It is Wednesday, and you know what that means? It is New Comic Book Day. So before I get into a review of some of this week's hottest new titles, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss any future updates or episodes. A lot of new titles starting this week, a lot of books that I have personally been really looking forward to. So before I waste any more time or anything, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off with this week's DC Comics. From Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen, we have Robin and Batman, issue number 1 of 3. This is an all-new miniseries that is going to be kind of a reimagining of Dick Grayson's origin and, starting off early days as Robin. We open up with him kind of journaling and talking about how he feels like he's been trapped in this nightmare, and there's monsters, and there's obviously a night and everything like that. I'm really excited to see where this series goes. I'm a huge Dick Grayson fan. Nightwing, one of my favorite Batman characters. Dick Grayson overall is one of my favorite DC characters. So really excited to get a story from his perspective of his time with Batman. Been done before, but definitely really looking forward to it in this with Jeff Lemire, a writer that I personally really love his work, so I'm excited to see what he does with this. Dustin Nguyen's artwork throughout was absolutely beautiful. I am super stoked for it. It had that dreamlike quality, with like the watercoloring and the sparse color throughout and everything. I really enjoyed the artwork, definitely, as you can see from these panels, absolutely gorgeous. Really excited for the rest of this little mini series. It's only 3 issues, but I'm really looking forward to it. You can get copies at gtxcomics.com, still have some available for you. But yeah, Robin and Batman, issue number 1, definitely worth checking out. Next up, we have Justice League Last Ride, issue number 7 from Chip Zdarsky. So this is the end of the 7-issue miniseries that Zdarsky has been doing on the Justice League. They were fighting Darkseid on Apocalypse. It turns out Darkseid had been alive this whole time, and he was basically hiding his will inside of Hal Jordan. And then as soon as Hal got to, Apocalypse, he used Hal's powers to reactivate the planet and to bring himself back into one of his clone bodies. We kind of have the culmination of everything in this, big fights, lots of action in this one. And it does look like it could be setting up another possible Justice League series, hopefully written by Chip Zdarsky, which would be fantastic. He did a really great job with The Last Ride. One of the best Justice League series I've read in a long time. When this comes out in trade, be expecting a full review. One of the issues in this issue, I think it was issue 4, seriously almost made me cry. It was so beautiful and so well done. And this whole series has not disappointed. 7 amazing issues from Chip Zdarsky. But yeah, definitely a great read. If you've checked out this series, if you can still find it, definitely worth checking out. Excited to see if this possibly leads to more Justice League books from Zdarsky, more, DC superhero stuff from him. So yeah, Justice League Last Ride, issue number 7, easy 10 out of 10 almost for me. You know what I mean? It was so good. And last up from DC Comics, we have Action Comics issue number 1036. Kind of starting a new story arc here. So if you are looking to jump into Superman, this could be a great entry point. If you read Superman and the Authority from Grant Morrison that just ended, it was a 4-issue miniseries. This could be the next thing you pick up, could be this issue of Action Comics. It picks up almost directly after the Justice League and the Authority, Superman and the Authority, or if you read the Batman Superman Authority one-shot special like a week ago. Either one of those, you can use that and jump right into Action Comics 1036. Starting a new arc. Superman has arrived on Warworld. He is going to go face Mongol. He's going to go free the people of Warworld. So this is the beginning of it. So this is a great time to jump in to Superman if you've been looking to read Action Comics. Overall, I really enjoyed this issue. It really highlighted one of the things that I absolutely love about Superman, and that is that life in general, is the most important thing to him. That is the thing that he values most. And this issue did a really great job of highlighting that. That is something that Johnson has been carrying from Superman when he was writing Superman to Action Comics. He's just writing Action Comics. That is a theme that has carried through, that life is the most important thing to Superman. So really excited for that. You did a really great job of kind of expressing it. So yeah, definitely Action Comics 1036. If you're looking to read Superman, this is a great jumping on point as we are starting a new arc. Finally got to Warworld, and we're going to see what happens next. Been building up to this for a while, so really excited to see us kind of delve into this part of the story. All right, so that was it for DC Comics. Now we're going to jump into Marvel Comics, starting off with one of my favorites, Strange Academy, issue number 13, from Scotty Young and Humberto Ramos. So it feels like a while since we've had a Strange Academy issue, other than the Death of Doctor Strange tie-in. So I was really excited to read this. I've been a huge fan of Strange Academy. Scotty Young is a great writer, and he writes young people very well. He's been doing a fantastic job with Strange Academy. I've really been enjoying, it's kind of like Hogwarts meets the Marvel Universe in a lot of ways. So kind of picking up like from where the last arc ended. This is a good entry point if you want to start reading Strange Academy. Issue 13 is the beginning of a new story arc. There was like a 2-month period there since we've had our last issue from this comic. So if you want to jump in on issue 13, this is a great point. We get the backstory and the origin for Zoe, who is a zombie girl. So we finally get to kind of figure out, why is she a zombie from Midgard, right? How did she get to this place in her life where she's the undead? So we got an origin story for her, which was great, and we have like a new enemy building and everything. So definitely check out Strange Academy issue number 13 if you want to pick up a great Marvel series that is a lot of fun with a lot of great characters. A lot of characters have been introduced through Strange Academy. This series has legs, as some people would say it. I definitely recommend checking out Strange Academy Volume 1, available at gtxcomics.com. And then, once you get caught up through the trades, issue 13, or if you just want to jump in at issue 13, that is also a great starting point. But yeah, Strange Academy issue 13, highly recommend. All right, next up for Marvel Comics, we have the much anticipated Venom, issue number 1 from Al Ewing and Ram V. Yes, we have 2 writers on this new Venom series. This issue picks up immediately following the King in Black storyline from the Donny Cates run. So if you didn't read that, don't feel like you need to. Just know that Dylan Brock, the son of Eddie Brock, is now Venom. And Eddie became the King in Black, meaning he is the center of the symbiote hive mind. This is an extra large issue too, so I am excited to kind of see where we go with it. In the end of the Donny Cates run, we had some loose strings that hadn't been tied up, as far as like Eddie being the King in Black. Flash Thompson was back as Agent Venom, but he was in the white symbiote, the anti-Venom symbiote. We have other aliens going across the galaxy, hunting down symbiotes and killing them. So you got some things to tie up here, some things that we're looking hopefully to get answers and resolutions to. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It definitely has, when I saw that Ram V and Al Ewing were working on this together, I kind of had an idea that it was going to go to like a sci-fi horror kind of mix, right? Ram V is known for writing really great horror. He's been killing it on Swamp Thing. Al Ewing, when I hear Al Ewing, I immediately think science fiction. We only find them when they're dead and things like that. His Guardians of the Galaxy has been great. I really was like, oh, okay, so maybe we're gonna go for a sci-fi horror feel on this one, right? Kind of like, in space, nobody can hear you scream type of idea. And it definitely seems like I was right in my prediction for that one. So if you're looking to read Venom, this is a great jumping on point. This is a great entry point. It'll definitely fill you in on everything that happened in King in Black. If you haven't read King in Black, it's worth checking out as well too. But yeah, definitely excited to see where we get Venom to now. Now it seems like we're kind of expanding him into space and into time and things like that. So I'm really excited for this series. Issue 1 is available at gtxcomics.com. Definitely worth checking out if you want a great new starting point for Venom. And last up for Marvel, we have Eternals issue number 7. I actually just got back from watching the Eternals movie, so there will be a review on that. G.I. Joe goes to the movies tomorrow, so be sure to come check back in on that one. But Eternals issue number 7, all new story arc begins. It has some crazy cover art, as you can see, Thanos with all of the Eternals bowing to him. So basically the Eternals are going to be going into a Unimind and selecting a new Prime Eternal. And that Prime Eternal might just be Thanos. That's kind of what we're building up to here. Obviously, the Eternals are still dealing with the information that they learned at the end of the last story arc, which is that anytime an Eternal is reborn, a human is sacrificed in order to provide the life energy to bring the Eternal back. So they're still kind of dealing with this information. They still don't know what to do with it. And it's causing a lot of issues within the Eternal society. So much so that they are electing a new Prime Eternal, and, Xeros, so far thinks he's running unopposed, but we obviously have Thanos building in the background after he was revived by Phastos and Druig. Yeah, this is an all new story arc starting for Eternals. If you're familiar with the Eternals, you can just jump in here and start reading. If you haven't been reading Eternals, you might want to go back and read Only Death is Eternal. That's the trade version of the first 5 issues or first 6 issues, and then jump into this one. If you didn't read the Eternal one shots like Thanos Rises or Celestia's, you don't really need to. It just really adds to this story. But yeah, and you can go back and watch previous episodes. I did talk about both of those books. But yeah, if you are familiar with the Eternals, I would say feel free to jump in on issue 7. It's a great point. If you are not familiar with the Eternals, then maybe go back and read Only Death is Eternal Volume 1 to get you kind of caught up to speed on everything that's happening. But yeah, this is a great series. Kieran Gillian is killing it with this Eternal run. Asad Ribic's artwork. He's one of my favorite artists, so I don't really, you can see from these panels for yourself that it is fantastic, but definitely worth checking out. Eternals issue number 7 from Marvel Comics. Well, that is it for this new comic book day. Like I said, just 6 titles, a lot of awesome things starting off this week with Robin and Batman and Venom and new series and everything kicking off. So let me know down in the comments, what are you going to be reading this week? What are you picking up? I would love for a chance to connect with you. And like I said, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss any future updates or episodes, and I'll see you later.